Hello all my dear students, this is Hseb Suraj once again in front of you to have. Today I'm going to tell you about a nostalgic poem from class 12 which is Grandmother. This poem, Grandmother, is a reminiscence poem which is composed by American Indian poet Ray Young Beer, who was born in Meskwaki tribe. The main theme of this poem is contemporary American Indian search for identity. This poem was composed in the year 1975. During that time, there was still hegemony of white Americans. Black as well as brown people were not well treated by them. Being American, Red Indian tribal people of America suffered a lot due to their identity crisis in the land of America. There was big question mark in their identity during that time. The poet of this poem, Ray Young Beer, has presented the image of Meskwaki tribal people, their lifestyle, their deep-rooted love and affection, their kindness as well as care through his grandmother's image. Through grandmother, the poet has presented the tribal Americans. Through grandmother's image, the poet has proved that the real Americans were Red Indian tribal people of America. Their existence has revealed their real identity, that they were the first and real native of America's land. The poet Ray Young Beer has described about his grandmother, her behavior, her deep-rooted love and affection, and also reminded all of us that she remains as the main source of inspirations in his life. The title of this poem centers around the description of poet's grandmother, where poet has presented himself with a small letter I here in this poem. It means he devalues himself in front of his grandmother. According to the poet, his grandmother was a great person. He even adds that whatever he is right now, it is only because of his grandmother. His grandmother remains as a major source of his success and knowledge. He has become an intellectual person due to his grandmother's inspiration. The poet's love for his grandmother is so deep. His grandmother's reminiscences are still clear inside his brain. He can easily remember all those lovable acts as well as things related with his grandmother. The poet has very beautifully presented three different senses to describe about his lovely grandmother's image. For example, number one, sense of seeing. Number two, sense of feeling. Number three, sense of hearing. He has used conditional sentences to describe about four things that he always remembers about his grandmother. Number one, sense of seeing. Here, the poet has described about the purple scarf and plastic shopping bag of his grandmother. According to him, if he saw his grandmother safe from far distance, he would easily recognize his grandmother. His grandmother used to wear purple scarf and carry plastic shopping bag whenever she went out of home. These two particular things poet always remembers in his life. Now, number second, sense of feeling. Here, the poet has described about the warm and damp hands of his grandmother. According to him, if he felt hands over his head, he would easily identify those hands belonged to his grandmother. Those hands give deep feeling of love. Those warm and damp hands give sweet smell of Meskwaki's soil. Now, number third, sense of hearing. Here the poet has described about the voice of his grandmother. According to him, if he heard a voice coming from rock, he would easily identify that voice belongs to his grandmother. He says that that voice would flow inside him just like a light and make him wise, similar as the sleeping fire at night time lightens the whole room after it is recovered from the ashes around it. Here, purple scarf, plastic shopping bag, warm and damp hands, voice, etc. have presented the real lifestyle of Meskwaki tribal people. The poet remembers all these four things which prove the real identity of Meskwaki tribal people of America. So this is all in all about this nostalgic poem Grandmother by American Indian poet Ray and Beer. And the most important questions related with this poem are: what is the main theme of this poem, Grandmother? What four things does the speaker remember about his grandmother? How does the speaker remember his grandmother here in this poem? What impression of grandmother does the speaker give in this poem? So all these are very important questions for you to solve. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet again in my next video. Until then, bye bye, take care, and don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Thank you very much.